Throughout his 6-decade career, Harold Burson has been at the epicenter of some of the world's most memorable PR events, including the infamous 1985 launch of New Coke. It all started with a call from Coca-Cola chairman Roberto Goizueta.
He said, I want you to be in my office first thing, first day of the new year. So I went into his office and he said, we are going to change the formula of Coca-Cola.
With its primary competitor gaining ground, Coke was faced with two options.
You could either change your product or you could change your marketing. I think that the thing that influenced Roberto the most was that he was a chemical engineer and he was in charge of the technology. And so just like a carpenter thinks a hammer and a nail is the solution to every problem, you jiggle the formula and that's the solution to that problem. I think that's what drove him.
Before the launch, extensive research showed that consumers preferred the taste of New Coke. What the test didn't show was the emotional bond consumers felt with their Coca-Cola, something they didn't want anyone, including the Coca-Cola company, tampering with.
They did not know how proprietary the public felt about Coca-Cola.
The Burson-Marsteller team quickly pulled together a New Coke PR strategy, but the media launch in New York didn't exactly go as planned.
A press conference, in one way, was a real disaster. Whoever was going to handle the production of the product didn't have any product. We served the media about 3 ounces of lukewarm New Coke in a flimsy plastic glass. I almost died when I found out they didn't have the product there. That didn't do us very much good. The newspapers treated us fairly well. Television killed us. They took these men on the street interviews. What do you think of Coca-Cola changing? They can't do this. Why are they doing it? It's the dumbest idea I ever heard.
Calls and letters poured in. Loyalist clubs and protest groups formed almost overnight, and fans from coast to coast hoarded and even scalped cases of original Coke.
Here's one. Dear sirs, Coke has always been like apple pie and mom, something you could count on. I'm glad the person who came up with this dumb idea wasn't around when the Mona Lisa was painted. He probably would have said that her smile wasn't big enough.
After 6 or 7 weeks, the decision was made, we're going back to Coke. And Don was just absolutely spectacular.
Some critics will say Coca-Cola has made a marketing mistake. And some cynics say that we planned the whole thing. The truth is, we're not that dumb, and we're not that smart.
Sales of Coca-Cola Classic surged, restoring the brand as the frontrunner in the cola wars and affirming a truth countless marketers continue to learn and relearn, that consumers, not companies, own the world's most cherished brands.
My feeling is that if that episode had not happened, Coca-Cola would not be in the position that it is today. And so I said, we got a hole in one after the ball hit the tree.